Hi, good afternoon. We're going to talk today about substitution and elimination methods when solving two system of linear functions. First, I want to talk about substitution. You should have already put the date and the title in your table of contents. So the title is going to be substitution and elimination methods. And so let's go ahead and get started with substitution. Substitution. How do you use substitution to solve? Well, you solve for, first you solve for x or y, whichever is easier to do, x or y in one equation. Then plug into the other equation. You then solve for x or y, depending on which one you chose up here to solve for and substitute. That will depend on which one you solve for in this third step. And then you plug in the value meaning it will be a number of the variable x or y. Okay, so let's go down here and do an example. Okay, my example is x plus 5y equals 19. And of course, in a system, you'll need two equations. So 5x plus 4y equals negative 10. Okay, in this case, it stands alone which equation you should solve for first. So first we're going to solve. You're going to take this first equation and solve for x because it's standing alone. So you're going to solve for x. So x equals, to solve for x, you have to move it over. So it's x equals negative 5y plus 19. Okay. So, and then you're going to substitute this equation in for this x. So 5 times negative 5y plus 19 plus 4y equals negative 10. Okay, the first step that you're going to do is you're going to distribute that 5 throughout the this expression. So 5 times negative y is negative 25y. And then you're going to say 5 times 19 is plus 95. And then, of course, whenever you distribute, it eliminates those parentheses. So you're going to have plus 4 still in there and equals negative 10. So at this point, you're going to need to combine like terms. So combine like terms, you would take negative 25y plus 4y and combine them. So to be able to have negative 21y plus 95 equals negative 10. From this point, you just need to solve for y. So you would subtract 95 on both sides. You would be left with negative 21y equals negative 105. And then you'll need to divide both sides by negative 21. So negative 21 divided by both negative 21, and then negative 105 divided by negative 21. So y equals 5. Now, we're not finished yet. we have solved for, in this case, we solved for y. You have to remember which one you've solved for in the first place to be able to plug it back in. You can't switch them. It does matter. So you'll have to substitute y in for this into one of their original equations. So I would take x plus 5y, which is 5 equals 19, and you would have x plus 25 equals 19, and then solve for x. So x equals -6. So in a system of two equations, you're going to have you're going to have either no solutions, one solution, or infinite solutions. We talked about that yesterday. So in this case, we do have one solution, and our ordered pair is -6, 5. So the next method we're going to talk about is elimination. So in elimination, the most important thing in elimination is you need, and you'll need this when we get to 3 variables too, is line them up. That means line up the correct variables together. Now, most of the time you've seen them where they've already been lined up for you, but sometimes they can be mixed up. You have to make sure that x's go with x and y's go with y. So line them up. Look for matching coefficients. And then add / subtract to eliminate. Okay, so an example here would be -4x minus 7y equals -14. Okay, and another one would be -3x minus 7y equals -7. Okay, I'm going to use a different equation or a different color to show this, and you're going to multiply the entire thing by -1 because you can see that it's really similar right here. Your coefficients are really similar, so you're going to multiply by -1. So you're going to take and distribute this -1 throughout the entire equation, even over here. So you're going to say 3x plus 7y equals 7. So from here, you're going to draw this line, okay, and you're going to simply combine them. So -4x plus 3x is -x, and then -7y plus 7y is just, it cancels each other, it eliminates it. So and then -x equals that equal sign, and that will equal -7. So x really equals, when we solve for x, it equals 7. So from here, you're going to take this x equals 7 and plug it in. So you're going to plug it into one of their original equations. -4 times 7 minus 7y equals -14. So -28 minus 7y equals -14. So from there, you're just going to solve for y. So you're going to add 28 on both sides, and you're going to have -7y equals 14. And then from there, you're going to divide by -7 on both sides, and you're going to have y equals -2. So your answer is going to be 7, -2. Okay, sorry you can't see it. I hope this helps, and if you need any further questions, remember you can message me, email me, or come find me somewhere. I hope this helps. Thanks.